I was thinking of it telling you like a lot of Jinn stories that I know. I have a lot of Jinn stories, some that I've experienced myself, and others that friends and family have experienced. It's interesting because it's happening right around Halloween time, and we're going to talk about Jinn. And by the way, disclaimer, that 7 baby thing was freaking creepy as shit. Like, where's that kid? Just keep it make sure you recite your Ayatul Kursi. Someone told me recite Ayatul Kursi here. I think I might after I present. But the thing is, I love Halloween, and I've always loved Halloween. Growing up, it was the candy, and like who loves candy? Everyone loves candy. I mean, now Christmas time is like my number one, but Halloween used to be my number one. Man, all that candy, and you know the thing was like our parents would like keep us up. Like they would be like, yeah, you know, this is the only time that you can go out and get as much candy as you want, and then. But it was a ploy, obviously, because they wanted to steal all the candy that we got. But yeah, Halloween was a weird time in a Muslim Desi household because, you know, as my parents got older, you know, they got a little more religious, they got a little more thrifty, a little more grumpy about Halloween. And then I also started getting a little more older, a little more hormonal, a little more emo, and a little more apathetic to Halloween. But, you know, looking back at it, it was pretty sad. So, to keep in the Halloween spirit, I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm going to need some help from the audience. So I'm going to pick 3 people from the audience to help me with some background noise. And I need 1 girl and 2 boys. And I've already picked them out, actually, so I'm sorry. I already picked them out. So I'd like to call up Sumaya Aziz. She's in the audience. Thank you. Round of applause for Sumaya. I'd like to also call up one of the founders of Muslim Writers Collective, Hamdan Azhar. Please, round of applause. Come on, Hamdan. Let's go. And I'd like to also call up a regular at Muslim Writers Collective, Adam Gagan. Please. Round of applause. Yeah, Adam. So I actually have scripts for them, and this is going to be actually pretty short, as opposed to all the other really long stories that we heard today. But no, but they were great. They were great, though. I'm not even going to have to stand for them. Oh wow. Yeah. So don't mess this up. It's really quick. Bear with me. I'm sorry. So you're showing how Alright, guys, attention. I'm sorry. Alright, so, let's begin, okay? This is, by the way, in the spirit of all the stories that we heard, this is actually a true story. And I'm going to tell it like a scary story. Okay? So, you all, I'm going to pretend that you all are like 9, 10 years old, and I'm telling this Jinn story around a campfire, and we have s'mores, and we're enjoying the s'mores. Okay? So we're enjoying s'mores, but you're paying attention to me. Okay? All eyes on me. Thank you. This and that. Alright. Yeah, we're good. Alright. The story is... Stop. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, we're good. No. Alright, we fun?
No, we can't see.
Yeah.
You don't need to see.
This is really good.
Scary.
Okay. I don't have a phone either.
We need a phone. We need a phone with a flashlight. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, audience.
Okay.
Round of applause for the audience. Woo!
All right, ready? Listen up. The story is titled Jinn Lady. No. So I was living in an apartment, and it was junior year of college. It was like any other day. I was just minding my own business, and then bam!
Sorry, to be louder. Bam!
Thanks. There was no ramen left in the apartment. And I love ramen. So defeated, I was too lazy to get more ramen from CVS down the street, so I opted for spoonfuls of peanut butter. So I got my peanut butter, and I went down to go get a spoon. But then, bam! There's no spoon. To my dismay, I had to wash the dishes. But then,
Bam! Sorry.
no more dish soap. So I had to go get hand soap to clean the spoon. But then,
Bam!
come on, you're killing me right now. No hand soap. All we had was rubbing alcohol. So I had to make a run to CVS. So I walked down to my car, and then
There's no bam here, Yahya.
okay, so my car was there. Great. I get in the car.
Bam!
There's no gas. Damn it. Of course, I had to walk over to CVS. So I went to CVS and bought all my things and came back to my apartment. That day I spent 3 hours watching Arrested Development, best show ever, and then I went to sleep. Then in the middle of the night, I woke up, groggy, and from the corner of my eye, I saw a woman standing over my bed. Legit. She was really freaking old. Her skin looked leathery and wrinkly, and she had this long, black, disheveled hair. And her eyes, dude, her eyes were piercing gray and glazed over. She didn't look happy. She looked like she wanted to sleep, and I was in her bed. I was frozen, literally frozen. I could not move. And then she immediately jumped at me. I jumped out of bed. She was gone. I was literally covered in sweat. In a matter of seconds, I was just covered in sweat, and I couldn't sleep for several nights. I went home because I had to go home, and I slept at home, and I didn't tell anyone about it because I didn't think it was real, but it felt so real. Anyways, months passed by, and I just happened to be talking to my mom one day, and a look of apprehension comes on her face at one point in the conversation, like she remembered something. And it bothered her. And I asked her what was up. She then proceeded to tell me about a night several months ago while I was away in college. She was home alone in the middle of the night. She saw a woman standing at the foot of her bed. She proceeded to tell me what this woman looked like. She said she was old, and her skin was really wrinkly. She had long, black, disheveled hair. And her eyes were piercing gray and glazed over. And
Bam!
she jumped at her. And at this point, I'm literally falling off the sofa. My eyes are wide open, very, like with all concentration, trying to remember what night I saw this lady. And it was the same night. And it was the same old, leathery, wrinkly old lady. The end.